Alright, so hello again everyone. Today we're going to be doing another product review. Not strictly speaking an unboxing this time because, well, I've already unboxed it before making the video, but there you go. Today we are going to be looking at this bad boy. Now this is another Poundland purchase. I'm finding they do actually have some pretty good stuff to offer. It's a Viido Charge USB charging tower, as you can see from the packaging. I've no idea if that's one eye or two eyes in there, or even if it's pronounced Viido. If you think it's pronounced differently, like Viido, then feel free to get angry at the internet over it. But yeah, I bought this because if you saw my double product review, the one with the webcam and the USB splitter, I'm just constantly running out of USB ports. I have a number of things that need to be charged or otherwise powered. Things like lighting for some of my other videos that I'm going to be making from in here, as well as various battery packs that I take with me. They can be charged off the laptop, but I mean just one battery pack, like say this Energizer one, takes literally all day to charge off the laptop, and whilst it's plugged in, there's other stuff that I have to unplug. USB ports are a premium in my house, it seems. So yeah, I've gone and got this. It's not a splitter. It is purely for charging, so mobile phones, that sort of thing. And yeah, it should suit me well. It's got more than enough ports on it. I can get all my battery packs, my lights, and everything else that needs power but not data plugged into it, and still have plenty of space left over. So here is the actual product. You can see it looks pretty much as it does on the box. It's fairly simple. There wasn't actually any instructions with this. I mean, you don't really need any. It literally just came in the box. There was a little bit of extra cardboard in there as well. But yeah, you get power cable and the unit itself. All this to it. Put that in there, then you plug it in. Yeah, you don't really need instructions for that. This is a fairly standard old style 240 volt plug. That adapter, maybe a bit old school nowadays. I seem to remember having like your old ghetto blaster stereos back in the 90s. I had one in my room that used that sort of plug. Don't really see it that much anymore, but then again, it is cheap, so they're obviously going for the cheaper technology or the cheaper product. But screw it, fits in there. It fits nicely. I mean, that's not gonna slip out at any point. So personally, I don't see why that isn't used more often. That plug really for 240 devices. But yeah, that goes in there. That's all there is to it. I quite like the design. It looks almost like a miniature computer tower, you could say. And I've got a nice spot picked out for it on my desk. It's just going to sit nestled away, fairly inconspicuous. But yeah, that's all there is to it. So we'll quickly plug it in. I'll show you that it works. This is just an extension cable I've got lying around. Because, rather ironically, I was running out of USB ports. I've gone and bought this to solve that issue, but I've got nowhere to actually plug it in. I have 2 power strips. There's 8 plugs in total on my desk. This makes 9. So I've got to go out and buy a bloody power strip because I've run out of plugs with the so that I can plug the thing in that was designed to solve the issue of me running out of smaller plugs. Fucking great. But yeah, so only plug it in. There's no light or indicator of any sort to show that it is plugged in and turned on. I mean, you don't really need one. Not everything has to have a light. I mean, if you can't tell if it's turned on or not, just plug something into it, and yeah, it's a USB. That's just a grill, I'm assuming, for some sort of cooling. If you have lots of stuff plugged into it, there'll be a transformer built into this somewhere. But yeah, I've got a couple of bits here. I'm going to plug into it. So one power pack. I know this is fully charged anyway, or near enough. If you can see that, hold that up to the camera. Little blue lights indicate the charge level. It's not quite fully charged, isn't this? And we have here, this is a Bluetooth keyboard, also uses USB charging. Plug that in as well. That's charging at the same time. And then we've got another power pack over here. This one's only half charged, and that's because it's powering the ring light at the moment that I'm using to record this. So we can plug this into here as well. Interesting. Oh. Looks like it knocks off the power to the light. That's okay. So that's now charging up as well. Okay, that's interesting. That is very hot. There must be a lot of current draw. It's almost nearly flattened this. This power pack, I can charge my phone from dead flat to fully charged. It's almost completely flattened it in, well, about 5-10 minutes. So I'll tell you what, we'll have all three of these plugged in. Let's plug this in as well. Turn the light back on. There we go. Yeah, I've been hunting around for a fifth device so I can have everything plugged in and show you it working, but I just can't find anything. I've got a USB powered like reading light in the bedroom, but I can't be bothered. That's all wired in. The wire goes down behind the bed. I can't be bothered to pull that out. But yeah, it's quite happily going. All these devices are still showing as charging. Word light on the keyboard. That's charging up as well, and that's still going. So yeah, that's that. Happy with that. Price, can't remember how much now. I want to say about £5-6. I know it's from Poundland, but not everything in Poundland is a pound anymore. But still pretty damn cheap. I mean, you can buy like a pack of 50 AA batteries for £6 in there. I mean, obviously they're not Duracell batteries. I think they're Kodak ones, but still can't complain. I got myself a massive bag of sweets for the drive home for like 50p. So yeah, yeah, not much more I can say about that. Good little product. So if you need USB power but not necessarily data, if you're like me, you just seem to be endlessly charging one thing or another, yeah, highly recommend the Viido Charge USB charging tower from Poundland.